Hello everybody, welcome back to today. I am going to be showing you one more end build that I have just completed on the server, and it is a new concrete factory. Surprise! So we've built about like 7 of these over the course of the past year. It's been actually almost exactly a year since we built the first one, or since we were kind of getting the bombing of this and starting the concrete project, which is pretty cool. But I believe this is going to be our last one because of just how crazy this thing is. It's not, the fastest thing in the world, but we've had one that was extremely similar to this, and it lasted us for plenty of time, and we got a ton of concrete from it. But here's the storage area for all the concrete colors. It's pretty nice. Over here we have storage for all the sand that we can get. We have storage for dragon eggs and obsidian. That's right, we have an obsidian farm here too. We have storage for glass once we add a smelter, and we have storage for randomly sorted boxes. There's some random items in there, but it's like a multi-item shulker box litter, so it's pretty useful. But yeah, this thing's taken about 2 or 3 days to get completely done. I started designing it and putting it all together, not designing it, putting it all together, I believe 3 days ago. So, it is the same exact infrastructure down here for the concrete factory as in Scicraft Blitz. It has most of the same circuitry down here. But besides that down there, the storage and most of the switches are completely mine. And this thing is just really versatile. So one of the things you have here is you actually have an area to put players so that they can mine obsidian here and break this. So once we get a proper setup for dispensing an item through here to load the end, we will have an area for them to come down here and break all the obsidian. So what we can actually do to activate that is if we put this switch right here, and so we can see that there's no block right there. But if I switch that, the block gets pushed right there. So we can jump down here, and we can now fit 5 players here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all we got to do is jump out. It's pretty nice. Also, this switch right here, pickaxes. Down underneath here, there is an area where it'll start a clock, and we can load pickaxes into this chest right here, and the pickaxes will get cycled around and around and around and around again until all of the players here, you'll fill their inventory with 1 pickaxe, and then fill their inventory with like unstackable or like wooden swords or something stupid. And then once their pickaxe breaks, the second it breaks, will constantly be pickaxes cycling around right here. So you'll always, have one at your disposal. So it's pretty nice. It is really nice. Here we have a switch for sand and glass. This will, where is it? Right here. If I flip it, we'll see. Oh, well, we can't change it because it's in concrete mode. But if it were to be in sand mode, we would be able to switch that, and it would switch what I just showed you, so that we would get all the sand or whatever is being broken, like a gravity block, out here. So then we can go ahead and sort that, and then smelt all the sand into glass. Obviously, we're going to put a smelter down here probably eventually, and then all we have to do with that is run it back up this stream, which we'll probably have to extend, and then it'll go up here and get sorted out into glass. Here's the multi-item shulker box sorter. It's really simple. It was from the Scicraft. I didn't change this one at all. But the shulker loaders I did. The shulker loaders are quite different. Go to the other side. It's probably easier to see. So we have a shulker box. Then we have double speed sorters right here. And the droppers, which put it into the box. Double speed. We have the circuit here. There's a clock. And a braking mechanism. And when a slice is completely full of one item, so when all these 5 chests fill up and all the hoppers in the back and this dropper, the second that we get 1 shulker box in this hopper right here, it will actually send a signal up here and turn this slice off so it can no longer sort any items. So this will fill up with items and stop sorting, which is actually really useful. So that way we have overflow protection on this whole thing. It also kind of counts as hopper locking or just shutting off the whole system. I want to add a switch. That's what this may be for, is hopper locking, because this turns on and off whenever you turn the farm on or off. So when the farm is on, when the farm is on sand mode, sorry, this will activate, and you can put hopper lockers for all these hoppers down here. I think I might end up doing that, but I'm not sure. It's not, the complicatedest thing to do, but it would definitely take some time. And here we just have the blast chamber. I've showed this design at least 300 times by now. It's pretty simple. All the concrete blocks just get moved around a bit, pushed to the center, pushed over, right here, up the inner water columns where they turn into concrete blocks. See that better there. And they get pushed in, pushed around a bit with some pistons, up and down, and then TNT explodes them. I mean, it's a really simple circuit. It's not too complicated at all. We also have this button. This button here for sand bulk. This won't really do anything now because I actually changed this, but normally the items would just flow over this hopper minecart and get put into these droppers and just fetch double hopper speed. But these don't work well, and they tend to have a ton of items caught up in here if you're duping more than one color of concrete, so it's not really great. Also, it doesn't keep up with the full speed. What I may end up doing is adding 2 of these right here, or even 3, because it really needs that, and maybe then it'll work. I'm not sure though. But yeah, and then there's a switch here that just pulls this over so that we can get all the sand out here just to go to the storage system a little bit faster and not have to go through that. This thing that I just showed you. But yeah, and this button here, if I flip it, we'll see that that just turns off that. So any gravity block items coming through here will get put into fire. You would only activate that if you know that you're out of shulkers here. The shulker distribution I have designed is pretty simple. We have hopper minecarts here. Once they get completely full, they go across here and push shulkers in all these. I believe most of them are even to somewhat. Yeah. They're kind of as close as you can get, and you can see the multi-bucks. Letters, these things are pretty smart. Again, from the Scicraft server. I didn't really take them myself. I do have to spawn proof a little bit. I know it's the right level, but I just put glass to make it look a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I think this place looks really good. And it is kind of pretty, while also having that external look at all the redstone, which I think is really cool. And I can show the original world here, or the original design for this thing. So this is on the creative server. This is where I designed the shulker box loaders and stuff. So this is all the circuitry, and then there's the shulker box loaders that I designed. I don't think we have one of these full concrete factories built up before that. Let's see if I can get it. This is it right here. Uh-oh, my OBS closed. Yes, so we can take a look at the loaders they have here. They are hopper lockable, which I like, but the swords here. So what the items through, and they just go into a shulker box. Once the shulker box is completely full, we break it. That's really it. Then it gets collected, and when it's completely full, it will do some stuff. There's also a little hopper locking, but I don't like this just because of how big it looks, and it's really complicated for only single speed. So here's the multi-item sorter. as well as these, which are all really tightly compacted in here, which I don't know why they are. It's really messy, but yeah. Also, dragon eggs for them were also just stored in this, which I don't like. But no, it is what it is. I think it looks fine now, and it looks fine then. It's still a beautifully designed system, so it doesn't really matter. Also, for this design, where we have these sorters, we have the shulker distribution up here. Just because of the way that it's laid out, I didn't put it in the middle for some reason. And yeah. But this thing took a lot of time to work on. I spent pretty much Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and a little bit of today, or the day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and right now playing to get this to work. But yeah, I think it's pretty exciting now that we finally have a finished design for the concrete factory that, you know, should be able to last us quite a bit. Right now we're just duping gray concrete, and I can already show you this has been running for about maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. We already have a ton of concrete, so this thing's really fast. And see, so we still might be missing some concrete that comes through with these double speed sorters, and if they do, just go to. But yeah, sorry if I sound a little congested or sick. My throat's bugging me a little bit right now for whatever reason. But yeah, we also cleaned up some of the end here, so it's a little bit more open. My next project is going to be probably to move all of the sand here. We have a ton of sand that's stored right here that someone moved from an old concrete factory. And my plan is to actually move that to a storage facility we have for specifically sand, which is right through this portal. We have this whole area where we can literally just load up tons of sand. We already have tons. I believe there's even some gravel here stored, along with maybe some concrete. So if you need some concrete colors in bulk, we might have them here. Yeah, we have a lot. This is from the first concrete factory, I believe. And also a little bit of glass. But, yeah. It is definitely quite a lot of chests for just that. But, you know. This system here also is compatible with our bigger dupers. We have a 190K duper. We're probably going to have, we have 164, I think, 192K. We're going to have shortly, soonish, but we can dupe sand, or if we need a ton of concrete, which actually we cannot do that because it'll just get broken. But if you want to dupe a ton of sand, those dupers will be pretty ideal because they will dupe a ton of sand, and it'll all get broken right here on these trapdoors and just sent down to the system. And since we have so many sand letters, we can probably hand, let's see, 18 times 9, it looks like. I do not know that math at the top of my head. We can sort about 162,000, which isn't that great. That's like one. So we could probably have a 192K duper hooked up to this and have it handle it with no problem. But I don't know why you'd need more than 200K sand an hour. So, like, there's that. We also could have a system. I think we might actually maybe do that. The sand overflow here, since we don't have a use for this currently. Maybe this right here will go to a separate shulker loader, where we'll just have a huge array of double speed shulker loaders that we could just load a ton of sand into. And because they don't need to be like sorted or anything, because we know that sand's going to be going through there, maybe we'll have some, I don't know. Kind of depends on what happens in the future. But yeah, this thing is really expandable. So right now it's kind of just the base model, where you have obsidian platform, concrete farm, and gravity block farm. You can add a furnace array. You can add extra sand storage. You can, you know, expand it so that you can have hopper locking. You can have a ton of other stuff here. But yeah, as I said, we don't really have too much right now. But I think it looks pretty nice. So we're going to keep this for a bit. It is all spawn proof, so you can see on my map we have no endermen spawning at all. Nothing. Which is pretty nice. That took a while, so I kept having to go back, find the block, tick rate it, figure out which block is not spawn proof, go back, cover it, yada yada. And speaking of which, we have, yeah, shit, there's a block there that's spawn proof, or not spawn proof, but you know what I mean. Most of it is, but yeah. One quick cut, I'm going to go to the iron farm to show you guys progress on that. And here we are. We are at the iron farm. So the iron farm is actually 100% complete. It took a couple days, and I finished up all the villagers in the other side, lit all the portals, and finished the redstone, and it's done. So a cool thing that I changed, right here we have the main chunk loader, and right here we have the offset 32k chunk loader. So if just this light is on, we have 16,000 iron ingots per hour coming through, and if this one, we have 32k, which is really nice. So we can even see down there, all the iron golems burning. Hop down here, you will see just how many iron golems we get. Each pack of iron golems you can see coming through is 32 or 36 iron golems, right? Because we have 6 layers, 6 times 6 is 36. So that is 36 iron golems. Once they die, almost immediately, we have 36 more, and all the iron just gets pushed away into the sorters. I already showed this in the other video, and moved up and around up here to the bedrock, whatever. And yeah, we actually already have our first 4 double chests filled with iron. So we have this double chest completely full of iron blocks. So it's this one, so it's this one, and so it's this one. And we got one item, at least in this hopper right here. Turn on this comparator, and turn on the light, which, glad to see that system works. And we're already piling up iron. This was at like, maybe here, I think it was at like maybe 12 stacks this morning. So we already have a ton more iron, which is, this is a really strong system. Yeah, I can show the overworld side now. And we're going to see a little bit of lag here because it is quite a lot to be loading in. But yeah, we have this side, which I showed in the other video, and we have this side 100% finished too. So we have all the villagers in their place. We are having a lot of lag right now. Oh, actually, wait, I don't have my VSync on, that's why it's not working. Problem 20. There we go. But yeah, we have all the villagers in here. Pillager, there's a pillager in the middle, you just can't see it. When that block gets moved up, these villagers get scared, spawn around golem right here, and so on and so forth. And we also have the chunk loader up here set up. As well on the other side, we have that. We have switches here. We have an on-off switch here to turn the whole farm off. We can switch between 32 and 16k in the overworld here. But if we go into the nether, actually, this is really cool. This took actually a long time. It's not finished 100% either. But this switch right here can actually turn the whole farm on and off. So it's pretty basic. There's not like you can control 16k, 32k, and have an override switch or whatever. But we have on-off, where you can just kind of, if you press that button, it'll turn the whole farm on, and whatever setting it is on in the overworld, like 16 to 32k, it'll be on. But if you go into the overworld, turn on the switch, this light will not turn on, which I find kind of sucky. But we have a whole system here that will actually, once the machine runs out of shulker boxes, which it might soon, as you can see here, it will detect that, that'll turn off, we'll get a signal out here, and it will actually turn off the farm. So it literally just puts the thing into default off. And it actually took more time than it probably should have, but you can see it's pretty simple. So, yeah. And then there's also switches here with the 2 chunk loaders, and you see those come from different lines from each chunk loader. So this chunk loader detects sound with just a pulse extender, so it's this one. And yeah, they just get sent down a bit, and then to here. And then this is the on-off line, so if the pulses, it'll send a signal up here into this, which sends one item through a dropper here on the overworld side, where it then gets collected, and we detect when it gets collected and turn the whole farm on or off. But yeah, basically, we're just going to want this run in the background of the server, since it doesn't cause too much lag. We're just going to let this run in the background of the server for quite a while. probably a couple months to fill up. Maybe at least that side of the storage. I mean, if that took a week, that's going to take like 3 months to fill up that. So this storage will last us quite a long time. The storage room also looks quite beautiful with lanterns and all the trapdoors and stone, cobblestone and andesite. It looks really amazing, I think. This is quite a really nice room. But yeah, we will have to come through and refill these shulkers soon enough. We also did take quite a few shulkers out of our shulker box system, or our shulker box storage, to fill up the concrete factory, so we are going to need to be crafting more shulker boxes soon enough, which does suck, but you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, so thanks guys for watching. I'm going to try to upload this video by today. This is going to be like 2-in-1 video with the concrete factory and this. But yeah, hope you guys had a good Christmas. I certainly did. Got some new audio equipment and tons of new clothes, which is always very exciting. But yeah, hope you guys are happy holidays. We don't celebrate Christmas, but yeah, bye. Thanks for watching.